How do we take care of ourselves so that we can stay on track? Stay tuned to find out. We are continuing to break down our smarter goals in yearly planning, and in this session, we will be breaking down our weeks. Planning your week helps you to be prepared for the upcoming task at hand. Also, weeks are great planning tools to use for mindfulness practices such as self-care, religious corporate worship, and also to glean nuggets of wisdom from as you look back over your week. In addition, planning your week helps to keep self-care at the forefront of your mind. If we don't plan out our week, and specifically self-care, we risk physical and mental burnout because we didn't put ourselves on the list of important things for the week so that we could refresh as well. The supplies needed for this video include the weekly printouts. For illustrative purposes, I have printed them single-sided just so we can see both sides as I write them out on the video, but in real life, these can be printed double-sided to save paper. Also, you'll need highlighters in yellow, orange, and green, or as I've been saying, if you don't have a green one, combine yellow and blue to make green. Also a red and a black pen and whiteout tape. Step 1, fill in the week of overview page with Sunday's date here at the top, and use the blank area at the bottom to either write, draw, or cut and paste pictures of your goals for the week or customize to your liking. One suggestion includes putting inspirational items below there. In this example, I have some inspirational note cards from the CBN channel, and on the back of these note cards are inspirational scriptures. So either displaying the fronts or the backs of these note cards for the week as inspiration, maybe one and a picture, or pictures, or even writing your goals here, breaking your goals down even further into weekly increments. So here's that page filled in. Next, we're going to block off appointments and schedule to do agenda items for each day, penciling in tentative items, and we're going to make sure we include at least one time block for self-care. So how this agenda works, you see it has the date line across the top. You fill in the dates above across the week, and then going down it shows our time slots. So it's a full 24-hour day starting at 3 a.m. and then ending at 2 a.m. So we will fill in time blocks for whatever we're doing in the morning, during the day, evening, and night. So there's enough room for your full 168-hour week to be filled in, all the time slots. Also, we're going to list any unscheduled to-do items in the notes column. So in this notes section, anything that doesn't have a time attached to it, we're going to put it here. And then sometimes it's good to not only put the block of time over here, but also put it on the list here to kind of check it off as being done as well. So we're gonna do that now, and we'll see how that looks. All right, so here is what it looks like filled in. Dates going across the top. Also, I noted at the top above the dates, any specific holidays, like Monday, tomorrow is Memorial Day. Also, any important dates. So on Wednesday, as you look at my overall weekly agenda, I do have work on a Saturday. I used to work a standard 9-to-5 job, and I was off on weekends. Now, being self-employed and doing ministry type things, I do work on the weekends. So I take a day during the week as my off day. So here is showing Wednesday worship. That is my day off, and you see I put a huge X on that day. Normally, if I was working a 9-to-5, that Memorial Day would have been my off day, and I would have put a huge X there. to just indicate to my mind that that day I don't have anything scheduled because it is an off day. So whatever day you have off for the week, put an X there. If you just have normal weekends off, I wouldn't necessarily put an X every Saturday and Sunday unless you would like to. But if it's just something you know it's going to be a regular off day, then not necessarily noting that, but just noting kind of special off days. But because I do my off day during the week, I just make sure to highlight it so that my mind will go to the fact. Make sure Wednesday you don't schedule anything work-wise because that is your regular off day. And as you see, as I've noted here, that Wednesday, I call it Wednesday worship. That is actually my Sabbath day. Like I said, when I had weekends off, Saturday used to be my Sabbath day. But now that I work on weekends, Wednesday is the Sabbath day that I felt the Lord leading me to. So the name that he gave me was Wednesday worship. So that is my Sabbath day, aka my self-care day. So also in the notes section, just listing the unscheduled items. Here I have 3 examples. I'm going to finish the slides that I'm working on. I plan to email letter drafts and verify my meeting with Miss G. So those are items that are not necessarily linked to a time or a day, but those are on my agenda to get completed for the week. Either at the beginning of the week or on a daily basis, highlight upcoming appointments or blocks of time for designated tasks in yellow. So you'll see today is Sunday. I have gone through for Sunday and for Monday and highlighted the tasks that I have on the list in yellow. If you've been watching this series, this is a similar process as when we do highlighting on our monthly calendar. And it's just a way of reinforcing. You'll notice that a lot of things that are in the system here that we use are going to be duplicates. And it's just a way of reinforcing, especially for visual learners. It's a way to reinforce what your schedule is, reinforce what you have to do. So you will see it duplicated, but it's for good reason. It's to reinforce the fact of what you have on your agenda and to get it solidified in your mind. During the week, highlight completed appointments and tasks in green and canceled, rescheduled appointments in orange. So on here, today is actually Sunday. So all the items that I've completed so far, I have highlighted them in green. I didn't have any items that were canceled or rescheduled for today, so I don't have anything currently highlighted in orange on this week's agenda. But if you have been watching the series on the calendar creation video, there were some items that were highlighted in orange on particular calendar days, which signified that they were either canceled or rescheduled. So it's the same process here as well. At the end of the week, assess your week by looking back at your goals or inspiration from page 1, reviewing your weekly agenda and to-do list from pages 2 and 3, and filling in the back page with the SWOT lesson learned best practice information. So the first column says SWOT, and you see the little star, which indicates go to the bottom, and that'll explain what that is. So SWOT, the acronym, and that stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So under this column, put 1 strength from the week, 1 weakness from the week, 1 opportunity, and 1 threat. Then next to each SWOT item, list 1 lesson that you learned from that item in this column. And then next to the lesson learned, list at least 1 best practice that you will take from the experience to use going forward. Alrighty, so we have the SWOT analysis filled out. So I just did for last week and kind of a combination of this week early as well, just to give some examples. So for the first example, the S stands for strength, And the strength is that I completed my weekly agenda, yay, which was what I showed on the previous video clip of me filling it out for the week. So sometimes it can be just that simple. That was a victory in itself, just actually completing my weekly agenda. So the lesson learned from that is preparation is key. So best practice going forward, I'm going to prepare my agenda every week again. Next, we have the W, which stands for weaknesses. So here, I'm going to actually put a weakness, but just for illustrative purposes for this video, I put not finishing blank. We all have those weeks where there's something that we needed to get done that week, but it did not get done for some reason. So you fill in the blank. What did you not finish? Or it may be a different weakness. What was something that you felt like was a weakness of yours for the week? For me, it was not finishing videos. As of the making of this recording, it is Sunday, and my goal was to finish it by Saturday, and I did not get it finished. So for me, it's not finishing my videos. And for me, interruptions make me lose focus. So that's the lesson that I learned from that. And going forward, I'm going to plan against distractions by turning off my phone ringer. Also notify my loved ones that I'm working and I won't be available during certain times. Next, for opportunity, my opportunity is finishing my video project. The lesson learned from that is obedience is better. And when I say obedience is better, obedience to who? The Lord. I feel like the Lord has led me to do this series and I have not completed it. So my goal is to make sure to be obedient to where I feel the Spirit leading and actually get it completed. So that is what I'm working on towards. And then my best practice is to schedule blocks of time to get it done. And I put specifically AM. For me, if I don't put it on the agenda, it will not get done. It won't even get thought about. So I noticed that that is one thing I have not been putting scheduled time on my agenda to finish my video projects. So that is what I'm going to go back and do for this upcoming week is add the blocks of time to finish my video projects. Alrighty, and then last but not least on the SWOT analysis, my threat. For me, that is the plans of others. And the lesson learned from that is that you do have to put on your mask first. It is the airplane analogy. It's where they tell you in the event of an emergency, you put on your mask first and then you help others because you'll be no help to yourself or to others if you pass out and then can't be a help. So first help yourself and then help others. And I'm going to take that as a life lesson to make sure that I schedule my to-do items first as my best practice to make sure that I get what I need to get done first, and then I can help others, be a greater help to others. So how do we take care of ourselves so that we stay on track? We plan out our agenda for the week and make sure that self-care is an item on that agenda.